Good afternoon. I'm Rob Macco. Lee has the day off. First at 4, we are less than 2 weeks away until the federal Real ID enforcement. That happens on May 7th. Regan Trolio joins us now live at a DMV in Springfield with the rush for some to make the change. Regan.
Rob, if you have a star on the upper right corner of your ID, that means it's a real ID, so it should look just like this one right here. And if you don't have a real ID, you're going to want to get one before lines at DMVs like this one get too long.
We wanted to get it before there was a major rush and long lines getting it.
Michael Bottoms says he got his real ID about a year ago because he knew lines would get long at the DMV with everyone waiting to make the change.
I had to come back like 3 times, so if you do come to get your real ID, make sure you have everything.
The Missouri Department of Revenue Director Trish Vincent says only certain documents will be accepted to get a real ID.
Your birth certificate, your couple of bills are your voter ID that shows that your residence and where you live. You also, need to make sure that you have your social security number. And for women that are married, we change our names, right? So you would have to have a certified marriage certificate. Now it has to be certified, not just a copy.
The reason behind the real ID requirement is to prevent fraud and identity theft, and it's been in the works for a long time. The Real ID Act was passed by the U.S. Congress in 2005 after the 9/11 Commission recommended the federal government set new standards for the issuance of identification to achieve enhanced security. You will need a real ID to board domestic flights and access certain federal facilities. You'll also need it to enter nuclear power plants. If you're planning to fly and don't have a real ID, the Transportation Security Administration, or TSA, wrote in a statement to KY3, after May 7th, passengers who present a state-issued identification that is not real ID compliant and who do not have another acceptable alternative like a passport can expect to face delays, additional screening, and the possibility of not being permitted into the security checkpoint. Keep in mind, the temporary paper license you get at the DMV will not be accepted to board domestic flights.
If you want to get your real ID, do it now, because the lines are just going to get longer as it gets closer to the deadline.
Keep in mind, it will take 7 to 10 days before you get your real ID in the mail. Reporting live in Springfield, I'm Regan Trolio, KY3 News.